Imagine for a moment that you have God mode. You possess infinite time, boundless knowledge, and absolute unlimited power. Every single thing you want happens exactly the way you want it to. You can have unlimited wealth, perfect relationships, and every luxury or pleasure you could possibly desire instantly. At first, you would experience pure euphoria. It would feel like absolute heaven. But what happens to that euphoria after an infinite amount of time? What happens when 1,000,000 years pass? Or 1,000,000,000? If you can obtain absolutely anything instantly, the value of achieving it drops to zero. An existence with zero friction, zero struggle, and zero possibility of failure is not a paradise. It is a closed loop where success ultimately loses all meaning. Look at this unbroken timeline. Knowing exactly what happens at every node, tomorrow or 1,000,000 years from now, destroys excitement. This absolute certainty creates a psychological vacuum. An omnipotent being becomes so bored it craves something entirely outside its control. You would want a real challenge. You would want a genuine surprise. You would want the thrill of uncertainty. To escape the absolute prison of having everything, an infinite being must do something completely counterintuitive. It has to invent limitation. If you are everything, there is no one to meet, love, or surprise you. To solve this, the infinite being creates the illusion of otherness by dividing itself into thousands of separate expressions, scattered across a universe. By severing the connection to their immortal origins, these individual parts inhabit the world without knowing they designed it. If a player goes into a game knowing they are the invincible creator who wrote the rules, the stakes feel fake. The experience is ruined. Localized amnesia allows fragments of consciousness to be born into highly specific circumstances, a particular body in a particular place, face real victories, experience devastating failures, and feel genuine fears. By intentionally forgetting its own true nature, the creator gains the capacity to be surprised. When you view existence through this lens, it directly explains the often grueling, painful nature of the human condition. The dialectic of opposites dictates that a perfectly static being must experience the exact opposite of its nature. Since God is eternal and perfect, we experience mortality, limitation, and deep flaws. Finally, because God exists without suffering, we must experience pain. Heartbreak, fear, and struggle are the functional architecture of this experience. They provide the contrast that makes discovery and growth possible. Without the harsh variables of uncertainty and difficulty, the grand game of being human would instantly lose its meaning. Take a step back from the theoretical framework and look directly at your own life. Think about the specific obstacles and difficulties you are facing right now. Consider the possibility that your suffering is a highly curated experience, actively chosen by a consciousness that simply wanted to know what it feels like to be you. If you adopt this perspective, your internal monologue has to change. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you can start asking, "What can I experience, learn, or become through this?" This suggests a reversal of our usual assumptions, a limitless being taking on vulnerability specifically to escape the stagnation of perfection. So don't rush through your life trying to escape every difficulty, and don't merely romanticize your suffering either. You still have to fight against injustice, seek happiness, and help the people around you. You have to actively play the game. Embrace the mystery and the struggle. Because if you are the creator experiencing its own creation, the greatest gift of this exact version of existence is the profound thrill of not knowing what happens next.